in API folder, and after that open the CMD in API folder. After that come to your CMD. I hope you have already started your server. npm React is already running. Now next in your API folder open CMD, and in the CMD you can write npm, not npm, this one 3000 port, 3002 port number is okay, and your file name is called user.json. User.json. You will, I have sent the command in chat. That command we can run it. User.json. Which line to execute in the CMD? That CMD line has gone to your chat. You run that. So here it says like this started working. Your React is also running somewhere. React is also running somewhere. Your React is running, and here your API server is running. Let's get ready, both start running. Then you can start your server and go here, register a new user, and check in that user.json file data is going. If going, then let's confirm yes. Then we can go ahead and we can do the register login process. The people who is login registering, he should be able to log in. What are number one? You will check the, you start both the server here, the CMD. One is this CMD, another one is this CMD. After that, one is JSON server is running, another one your React server is running. Then run your project. After that, go to the register page, fill the user details, click on register, look into user.json file, data gone or not. If data gone, then everything is well. You can confirm in the chat, yes, working. Then we can start next. So 7 people has confirmed. Everyone should say yes now. See, this JSON server related completely, I have created one project In that one video is uploaded there in channel. Some more videos are there, 3, 4. I will upload, and then in home after the class today in home, you need to sit and then you need to create a completely follow that entire steps. It will be completely one project. Okay. And then once you get idea on one project, then you can start creating your own server, and then you can follow your own design. You can create a React project, and then everything you can do from your side directly. You will become independent developer that you can follow. Okay, so hope 13 people have responded. They said like it is working. Okay, so what will be the process? Process will be a user will come and he will open the page. He will open the page. After that, he will see the either login or register. Once he register, he can go to the login. From here, he can login, and after that, he can move next. Once the login will happen, after that, next page will appear. What we will do in that, we will check. Okay, but login, register, and then success page, logout page. This all will be done. Then you can think anything after that, whichever you want design, you can design. Now let me go ahead to my page. Okay, and in that I will go to my that JSON file, user.json file. Whenever you are creating a JSON server, what you should do, see this, you should start like this. We have added some data here. Let me delete here something. Okay, I deleted everything. So now what will happen in this become a Java. Okay, let's go to your user.json file and modify, comma, create one more. Okay, one more for which one? Suppose call product. So what will happen? Whichever the product data you will pass, all will go to the project object. Next, suppose if you have something called uh, imply, for example, I'm giving you the idea. So in one JSON file, we can store how many data? Multiple data. User also, product also, imply, many things we can store here. But we will not do like that. One user.json file is only for the user, only for the account purpose. User can register, their details will come here, and from here only login will happen and it will display in our page. So in this, we will not add anything else. For other thing, we will create a separate data.json file, and under the data.json file, we will store the data. Anything like in one JSON file, you can store multiple type of data. That is the next step. So in this file, only one type of data, that is called account of the user. Okay, that is called user details. Okay, now we will come back to the, see, I have deleted my all the data. And whenever you are doing writing the data in a file, your this file should not be open. This file should be closed every time. So I closed it. Okay. Now I'll go to my page, and you can also delete your all the data and you can try. Go to the register, and I'll go here and I'll keep my name SIYARAM. After that, SIYARAM @gmail.com. Password minimum 12356, and then contact number 123456789. Okay, save it. It's saying register successfully. Now for the checking purpose, you can go and have a look into your file whether your details is registered or not. See, details is registered here, right? Now let me close it again. I will come back and I'll go here. I'll create one more call. I'll write here ravi@gmail.com, and his password 1234556, and then contact number. I added something. Now let me register. So my both the user got registered, and those data will come to where? Those data will come under the user.json file. You can see here, right? So data is coming. Now the flow, if you wanted, yesterday it was little fast. So where is that register page? If you go in register page, what you are doing, you are collecting the input from user individual, After collecting the individual data, we are checking all validation, everything is success. Then we are posting that all the array data to this particular user object under this particular port number. So that's a JSON server where you have a user object. Inside the user object, it will keep on appending the multiple, you can say, arrays element. Finally, message, because JSON file cannot give you the message, so we have added here register successfully. Next step is under the login page. So if the data has gone to the JSON file, then when we come to the login page, and from here which we are giving the user ID and password, what should say? It should check in that file. If the details is exist, then what should happen? It should redirect to somewhere else. Okay, it should redirect to somewhere else. Now let's go here and come to that file, login file. Okay, I have written some code here. I will delete it and we will start from beginning. Just in morning I was checking it, how it work and everything. So we will delete this everything and then try. So come to your which URL, go to your completely this form status true at this place. In the login page, come to this particular point and keep this URL as a same URL. Which URL? The user from the JSON file where you are going to search whether user is exist or not. Okay, where we are going to search the user is exist or not. So where we are going to search? We are going to search the user is exist or not under that file. Which file? The user.json file. On which object? Under the user object. So for that, next, okay, this 3 line I have written. For what purpose? I will give you this line. Just add this 3 line on the top. This 3 line is going to your chat and take it. And after that, see this 3 line I have added here. One, to check whether login is success or fail. One variable I created. Another variable, because the user email ID and password is exist under the array, and this variable was very longer. It is a very long. So what I did, I kept in a small variable, so that while writing the condition, it will be easy. It will not such a big condition and code will become longer and it will make you confused somewhere. So what we need to do, I taken the same value but store in a small variable. So while writing the if condition, it will be easy. Let's go ahead here. So hope all are here at this point. You've taken the 3 lines of variable and you have a URL here. Let's go at this place. So what we are going to check? We are going to check here. User will come. He will fill the register. After registering, his data will go to that JSON file. It will go store under the file system. Now from the file system, you have another page. There you are asking the user, okay, if you are registered, then enter your details. I will identify whether your details is exist under the user.json file or not. If exist, then I'll redirect to inner level page. Else I will prompt you, please log in the details. Right? So those things you are going to identify. So let's go here, right here, call axios. Hope you have already imported on the top, axios.get. Okay, we are going to read the data of this particular URL, and after that dot then method. After that you will get call response. Here you should write a comment call axios get end here. Okay, write the comment. Okay, now after that, let's go here. If, not if. So here, see, a response once we write, what will happen from that JSON file, from the user.json file, you will get so many users. Now in the so many users, you need to check which is that user whose email ID is this and whose password is this. Suppose if I go here and enter the email ID SIYARAM and gmail.com, and I enter here password is a 123 123 456. Now once I click on login, then login button, once we click, this form this action will call. It will come here, and it will read the data from where, that JSON file. And once it read the data from JSON file, in JSON file there will be so many users. So at this place we need to write a condition where we can check the user has given one email ID and password, and that given user ID and password is matching under the JSON file or not. So for that, we have to write a condition here, loop here, and in the loop we will check if the user is found, then break the statement and come out from the loop and say like, you are success, please wait processing. Else will say, sorry, invalid. It's not exist under the JSON file. So let's go here. Write a for loop, create a variable I equal to 0, I less than response dot data dot length. It will come in the form of array. Then you will do I plus plus. So suppose you have 5 users, so this loop will run 5 times, and every time it will check whether the email ID is matching. Which email ID? This is the given email ID and given password. Given email ID, given password, we have to match in the array whether it exists or not. So for that I'm writing a condition here. If email, which email? Given email email is nothing but the given email ID equal to double equal to which one? Response dot data. Response dot data in the sense what? The content of the JSON file, it is in the form of array. So inside the array on a given index, which index? I index, you are checking the, look at here. First, let me go to this file and see what is the object you are storing. You are storing here my email and my password. See here, my email and my password. So that you are going to write here inside the response.data means the content of the JSON file. In I position, there is one called my email. Is it matching with the email? And the pass and the pass given password equal to double equal to means comparison we are doing. Response dot data in the sense the content of the JSON file is an array. Inside array in a particular position there is a key called my password.
So bracket required. Pass.
It will work. Where? Here.
Pass.
Here is the problem. Here. This one. This two condition we can add like this.
Okay.
More than two if you have, then you need to make it, you need to follow the BODMAS rule. Okay. Now, so we are checking here, and given password is equal to the my password of the JSON file. If it is yes, then what to do? Like inside the loop, there will be 10 user also. So we cannot check every user. Definitely this is going to check for every user. But suppose if user found on the second position, then what we need to do? We need to break the statement. Break the statement meaning is what? User found, no need to check further. No need to look for the other user. User ID found here. Okay? User ID found here. So let's write this line first. In this, we have to write many things still. Local storage we need to create. We need to create a message status, yes, login, success, fail, and all. So this become little some 10, 12 line of code. So in that, I have explained you properly what we are doing at this place. We have read all the data from the JSON file, from the user object, and after that, that come in the form of array. So we are checking inside that, we are running a loop on the array, and we are checking the given email ID is matching with the my email and my password of the JSON file. If matching, then no need to go further looping, the break the statement. Okay. And before breaking the statement, what you have to do? You need to take the name of the user, ID of the user, and store in the local storage for further use, so that we can say welcome particular user. So let's go here, right here, local storage that we have seen in JavaScript. Local storage dot set item. Set item. Inside that, I'll create a variable called name, and inside the name, if I'll write here call Ganesh, then what will happen? Ganesh will become hard code value. Again, if I write here called local storage dot set item, inside that, if I write here call user id comma, here if I write 1 2 3, then what will happen? This will become a hard code value. But we don't want to keep as a hard code. We want to keep the name and ID of those user who is going to log in. It should not be Ganesh and 1 2 3. So first to write this line, after that we can change here. So we are checking the given email ID is matching with the JSON data email ID and password. Then what to do? Set a local storage, and after that break the statement. And after setting the local storage, this variable also should be true. Login status you make as a true. For what purpose? So that further we'll get to know, yes, login is success. We found the user under the JSON file, and a statement will get break. So add this 4 line. Hope you done till here. Now after that, we are not going to keep here Ganesh, we are going to keep the dynamic name. So where is the dynamic name? Dynamic name is here under the response dot data in a I position, 0 1 2 position, there is one my name. That is the object of your JSON file. You can see there. That will go to the local storage. Another one, a response dot data of I dot ID. JSON file is giving one ID also. So we wanted to know who is login and what is his name. Then only we can redirect him to the dashboard. Okay. Then only we can redirect him to the dashboard. So I will write here if end, right here for end, if end for end, Axios end. Ready? So hope done. Now let's come after the for end, after the end of the for. Okay, after end of the for, what will happen? If you look inside, you are checking a condition. If match user ID password is matching, then take their details, store in local storage, and break the statement. Don't go further looping. Okay, that we wrote here. Next, after the for loop, within the Axios only, we wanted to check whether user found or not. So how we'll get to know user found or not? With the help of this variable. See, by default, this variable is false. And here, as soon as the user will be found, user details will match. We are saying as a okay, login status become as a true. Correct? Login status become as a true. Now, we are going to check in the last. If the login status is true, then login status is true, then here at this place you can't write if else condition next because it is under the loop. Under the loop, out of thousands user, we have apply a condition saying like in 1,000 user, whoever email ID and password is matching, I need his name and ID and I'll store in the local storage for the further use. And at the same time, I will make a variable as a true so that later once the loop will get end, I will get to know yes, the user has found or not. So how will get to know user has found or not? If the login status variable becomes true, that meaning oh user has found, right? Then we will display a message login success. Please wait redirecting. If login status is still false, we will say invalid or not exist. So let's go here at this place. At this place. Now I'm going to write here a if condition. See, I have written the everywhere comment I have written, so hope you are not doing mistake. You should write the comment, okay? And your code must be organized properly. If here in the Visual Studio, you do the right click, there is option called format document. Automatically, it will align your content. See, when I had done some mistake, so it's got aligned properly. So here, this is for whom? This is for the Axios. So no problem. I'm going to write a condition here now. If login status equal to true, login status double equal to true, that meaning user has found, user has found, else user has not found. Correct? User has found and user has not found. Now, for example, you go here and write alert, just alert you can apply and give here user found, user found, and keep here alert user not found. User not found. And on the top of that, I have given this line. So hope your variable name is also field list only. And your this one is also my email and my password. Here. 1 minute, this here. The field list in the login page, because login page was made by the individual people. And inside that, you have made the text box name. What is the name of your text box? The text box name is called, where is that? Text box name is my email and text box name is my password. Hope you have understood this point last to last class only. Right? Now you are at this position. So I have written directly field list of my email and field list of my password. So this two line you can check. Okay. This should match with the name of your text box. This should match with the name of your text box. Now come down and write here if login status is true, then user found. Login status false means user not found. Now after this, you can register a new user, go to the login page and try there what is saying, user found or not found. Meanwhile, the code I have written today, the Axios to Axios, everything I can send in your chat. In case someone have problem while writing, you can use this code. Axios to Axios, I will send you in your chat. Axios to Axios entirely. I will send in your chat. Axios to Axios, I have sent in your chat. You need to register a user. Again, you need to log in. If user found, it will say user found. If user not exist, it will say user not found.
User phones. Done.
The flow we understood what is happening. When the user has come, we have asked their details. Okay, give me your details. I'll store somewhere. So somewhere in the sense we are storing the file system JSON file. After that, next time when the user come next time, not next time, same time after registering, before entry we are asking, we don't know who are you. If you have registered, then your data will be with us. Please enter your credential. User will enter his credential. If the user enter credential, then we are checking in the same file where we have stored the data earlier, whether the data is exist or not with the help of this code and logic. So if the data is exist, then we are saying, okay, you found. If not exist, we are saying, sorry, we don't have your details. Okay, 2-3 people says working. Other also check and let me know. It should work in all the system. The JSON implementation, I'll give you the URL video. You don't feel like I'm promoting my channel. Okay, it is for the learning purpose only. So channel promotion is nothing but the info campus. Just I created so that once I will teach and the same thing I'll give in different mode. You will spend some time and you will implement it. Video earlier also I was giving, but that video will not come in your mobile. It will be in the system and you cannot see the system always. Okay, working. Okay, then we shall go ahead. Let me check also. Mine is working or not. SIYARAM@gmail.com, and I'll give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me see here. User not found. Oh, okay. Here it says validation. Oh, validation success. It says validation success, first level. Okay, now, but it says like user not found. Now I'll give here 1 to 6 only. Now let me see. It is saying user found, correct? So till that level it is happening. Then well, let's go ahead next. See, as soon as the user has found, we have taken their name and ID and we store under the local storage, because once we redirect the page from one page to other page, from array you will lose the data. Then how to gain who is the login? Then for that purpose we check the local storage JavaScript feature. There we store the user ID and name, and further once we redirect from here to some other page, we will get to know whether user is login or not with the help of local storage ID and name. Okay, I have sent the code also. Everything I have sent. Now it's your turn how you are implementing. If you are not able to implement, please copy paste fast. Code is available in your chat. Okay, so let's go here. Now what we'll do, if login status is true, then we need to inform to the user your login is success. Please wait processing. See here, when the validation was success, let me go here and SIYARAM@gmail.com. Password 123456 I given. When I click here, it is saying like your validation is success. If I write here something wrong at this place, it says validation is fail. Validation is fail. Now, when everything is correct, then it says validation is success. When the validation is success, after that, next message should come. Your login is also success. Please wait submitting. Here it says please wait submitting. Now after that, immediately message should get changed. Your login is success. Please wait redirecting. So for that, let's come here, right here, this dot set state. In the set state, you write here, we have a variable already called message. Under the message variable, you write login success. login success. Please wait, redirecting. Please wait, redirecting. Else you can say here login fail, invalid or not exist. Invalid or not. Add these two lines. After that, you check. The message got changed. Wait, I'll send entire login page. Entire login.js file, I'll send in the chat. So at the entry point, you should not have blockage. API to SRC. Here is your login file and register file. Okay, both go on to chat. In case error, replace it and get ready. So add this if else condition. It's saying like if everything is correct, then login success. Please wait, redirecting. If something went wrong, then it will say login fail, invalid or not exist. So where you are checking? You are checking in that JSON file, whether it is working or not, it's there or not. Hope done. Now after that, we need to write the next line. Window.location dot send somewhere, correct? We have to write window.location dot reload, so that we can write the next condition and redirect to somewhere else. Just write here window dot location dot reload. Don't redirect somewhere, just reload it. Once the page will be reload, we will identify whether user is login or not. If the user is login, then go somewhere else. If the user is not login, come to the login page only. Right, window.location.reload.
Workings.
Reload will happen, just simply reload will happen. It may remain on the same page, okay, because still we have not added the further condition. So further condition we are going to add: if the user is login, then redirect to the dashboard. If the user is not login, then let him to be on the login page itself. That is the next condition under the app.js file. Now let's come to the app.js file. In app.js file, first before going to the app.js file, look at here. When the user login success happen, you have taken his name and store under the local storage to access in some other page. When the user has login and login success happen, you have taken his ID from the JSON file and store under the user ID of the local storage, right? So based on this ID and name, we are going to identify anyone is login or not. If anyone will be login, then user ID and name will not be null. It will have something. So come to the app.js file. In app.js file, if you look, we have added here hash routing. We have added the hash routing, correct? Now at this place, we need to apply the condition. We need to apply the condition here. So I will check whether we can apply the condition inside or not. If you can apply the condition inside, then it will. If not unable to apply, then we'll do something else. Just wait for 1 minute. I'll create a constant const const something test equal to one dashboard. अभी रुक जाइए आप, you wait it, or you can write the first line. This line you can write, okay? Because I will be changing the line also. So in that case, I just ask you to wait. If local storage dot get item, set item used to set the data, get item used to fetch the data. Get item of which one? User ID equal to null. Then display this section. This section should work. Here was the doubt whether this if else will accept here or not. If no, then I have some other thing I can implement it. Else it's saying like local storage dot get item user ID equal to null. This error should say something. JSX attribute component type any react something. JSX must have one parent element. No problem. I will keep here for you as a parent element. Open the empty tag and close the empty tag. Empty tag I kept for him, for these people. So we are checking if user ID is what? If user ID is null, means no one is login, then keep under the routing just to page itself. Else keep under the routing something else. Routing here, let me keep here call test component. For testing purpose I am checking, and here I'll keep like this. Okay, I will refresh my page and I'll see where it is going, whether it is going to the if part or it's going to the else part. If it's going to the if part, then register login will come. If it's go to the else part, then who will come? This will come, test component will come. I'm already login, so my user ID is already exist in the local storage. It is not null. It is checking for null, but my user ID is not null because I'm already logged in. What should be for me? Let me refresh my page. Local storage equal to null. So many things happen wrong here. I have made some mistake inside. Okay, it may not take like this. Local storage dot get item user ID equal to null. Then this else this. Okay, so that it went against of that you can say has a routing rule. Get item is not no problem. I have other solution. 1 minute wait कीजिए. Same thing we can write in some other way. We can keep a variable here. A variable called pages. apply the const page equal to nothing. Now let me come back here and the same thing and apply there also. I'll use here the same thing, same condition. I'll write outside saying like, because even it should not be without parent, it must be within the parent tag only. Then at this place, page is equal to this much, else page equal to this, all things will come here. Right, now you tell me what will happen. Either this will execute. If this will execute, then page will have this many. Correct. If that will not execute, then page will have this many. Constant I have defined in the beginning. Now after that, I'll keep here variable call pages, page. Now inside the page, what is holding? It is holding many things. Let me check now what page is going to come for me. Refresh. So something, nothing is fine. So some error also. Assigned to constant. Okay, no problem. So it is saying like you have made it a constant, then why you are reassigning? No problem. I'll keep it as a var. Okay, var, and var we are printing here. Page is not defined. Wait करो आप. Saying welcome dashboard, but again it's through the error. Say like line number 8, 10, 15, 18. Tab.js 8, 10, 15, 18. Page is not defined. Okay, then why to put trouble? Keep a var here, keep another var here. Just remove, then check. It says error. Why? What is the possibility of error? Okay, now this is correct. Let me refresh again and identify whether there should not be any error. No error. No error, right? Because I'm already logged in, so dashboard is coming. Okay. So first, see here, whichever the pages will have upcoming pages, we will add here under the routing. And so what I will do is, I will share this code, this if part I'll share, because here I wrote some. If you are writing, you can write it, no problem. Else I share that code here in the chat. And then in the last here in hash routing, you can write the pages. So finally question is, user is login or not login? There is a two possibility, user is login or not login. If user is login, then what you want to display? Do you want to display the login page again? No, we should not display the login page again. What we should display? We should display something else. If user is not login, then you should not display the dashboard. You should display the before login activity, that is called register or something. So that's condition we added here. We added here saying like in local storage, if user ID is not null, means someone is there. If someone is there, then what to do? Go to the else part. If someone is not there, then go to where? If part. Okay. So let's save it. Refresh the page. See what is coming. We need to write this line also. For the testing purpose, we added that line. So if user is login, what should come? If user is not login, what should come?
Welcome dashboard directly.
Welcome. Other people also say something. Content page is loading. If loading, then which page is coming by default? See the flow, what you did, you understood or not? Because the people is going to ask in interview, tell me the flow, what you are doing in the project. So the functionality is small also. If you are able to explain in the proper way, then people will understand, yes, you have done something. So whenever you are going to explain, you say like, I have a project where user has to, if anyone will open my page where first my project will not allow him to go inside, it will give option either register or login. Now if the user is going to register, then what will happen? I will capture their details, and since I have developed on JSON based JSON server, so I will store his details under the JSON file. That is called user.json file. And again, same time, I have given the option to the user, he can log in as well. So he can click on login page, it will redirect to the login page. And then in the login page, he will enter the details, user ID, password, what he has given at the time of registration, that details he will give. And again, I'm checking under the JSON file, whether my data is exist or not. If my data is exist, then I'm creating a local storage. In that local storage, I'm storing his name and his ID. Name I am storing under the name variable, and his ID I am storing under the user ID variable. And after that, I am redirecting to the other page. Then he will say like, okay, so once you redirect to the other page, what will happen and what is happening? Then you can say app.js file is the main file. So whenever I refresh the page, app.js file is getting called. So under the app.js file itself, I have added the condition saying like, if user ID is null, in the local storage, if user ID is null, that meaning no one is logged. So if no one is logged, no need to go to the display dashboard and other thing, just give him the option of login and register. So under the, if user ID is null, then I am giving under the routing only two page, that is called either register or login. In case user ID is not null, that meaning someone is logging. If someone is already logging, then why to display the login and register? So it will go to the else part. Under the else part now, we have done till here. Let's see after this what is going to happen. Okay, so hope all are clear till here what we have done. Okay, next let's go ahead and we are going to create a file. First call, you can give any file name, maybe dashboard we can give, and under the dashboard, we will be adding some functionality again. Let's go ahead. Create a file called dashboard.js under the SRC folder. Not under the account folder, out of the account folder, under the SRC folder. Give the file name called dashboard.
Hello, sir.
Tell me, sir.
Sir, my file is not working.
I will share you my file, login.js and the app.js.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I have sent you the login.js file, and I will send you the SRC app.js file also. You can replace both. While replacing, first you close your which one, CMD, close your VS Code, then replace the file. and one file should not be open in 3-4 editor. One file should open at a time, only one editor. Else you will modify here and there it will get updated. Here you will modify, there it will ask you want to modify, you will say no, code remains same. It will not reflect. Those mistakes you will not do. Okay, replace both the file. Let's come back. Now come to the dashboard.js file. This dashboard.js file is going to be based on multi-level routing. Okay, dashboard.js file is going to be based on multi-level routing. Once you come under the dashboard, your URL will be dashboard/profile/product/something/something/something. Multi-level routing, this one is there, one video is there in the channel, you can have a look how it is happening, and let's implement again. Okay, so this file we are going to create based on dashboard component. We are going to write based on what do you prefer, class component or functional component?
Sir, functional component.
Okay, let's go ahead and write import react comma use state comma use effect use state use effect from React. Okay, right here import link comma switch comma root. This all are well explained in that video, the first page of the info that channel website. There two page of routing is there. If you have more confusion, you can have a look in that. Root from React router DOM. Now coming down, use effect we are calling to do something again. Use state to state management. Link we are calling to provide the linking. Switch we are calling for what purpose? To check the condition where you have clicked and what you have clicked, right? Now come down, write a const call dashboard equal to fat arrow method, come inside export default dashboard. Okay, so first let's go here and create a return. Under the return, we'll write a division class name equal to container inside a division class name equal to row inside again division class name equal to call -lg -5 and 7 combination 5 and 7 inside the 7. For now you create a button, and inside the button write welcome. For this you can write text, right? Text hyphen write welcome whoever is login. So who is logging? Someone is logging, no? Their name we have stored under the local storage. So local storage local storage, STORA, local storage dot get item. What is that? Name. Correct. And you can write here welcome particular name, and after that keep log out. Log out. Log out. A log out. Okay. Now in that log out, so what it will print it will print whoever is login, right? Their name it is going to print. And in the case of logout, we can add one power off button here. I open close, and inside you write a class here. Class name equal to fa hyphen po power hyphen off. So this button become longer. I will just break the line to bring in the new line also. See here, it's look like this. Now write this line, and we will come back to the main page. Okay, hope you have written. After that, come back to the app.js file. App.js file. Import the dashboard there. You can write here import all has completed. Yes, बताइए yes no. Then I'll move next. Container row column 75 button welcome to
Yes, sir.
name I class name FAFA power off. Okay, then come to the app.js file. Okay, even I'll send you this in your chat also. In case anyone is delayed, you can use it. Now after that, now come here into this file and import the component called dashboard component. Dashboard component from dashboard, and here redirect call dashboard dashboard. And here don't give exact path, keep as a only path in the second line. Path, okay, or we can do like this. Exact path also let it be, and let it be one more path here, because we are going to use this path as well as a dashboard slash HBOARD dashboard. Keep this both. By default, once the page will redirect, it will go to the first one. because first will match. Second time, once we click somewhere inside, then our parent URL will be dashboard and child URL will be something else because we are going to write the nested routing inside. So for that, this both are required. One is for the exact path by default when the page will refresh after login, and another one is once the people will click on the profile, item, product here, there, it should come dashboard slash particular, dashboard slash particular. Okay, save it. See what you are getting. Dashboard component with the logout button is coming.
So that logout button center is coming.
Center right, that is not problem. We can align it.
Yeah, it's coming. That welcome to logout.
It will come. Welcome your name and logout, right? It's going to look like this. That we can organize according to our need. Logout is why it is coming because okay, logout is coming in center. Okay. Okay, that is the next research that we can do. First check this is happening till here. If happening, then next is to write a logout button, logout function. We'll write a logout, people will get logout and he will come back to login page. Okay, if we write a logout, people will be logout and he will come back to the login page. Right? So let's go ahead next. Next is called which file? Dashboard file. Is a functional component. So you can write a logout function anywhere. Let me go here. I will write a logout function. Const logout. L should be capital. log logout equal to arrow function. Right inside local storage dot clear. What is that? To clean all the data from local storage. To clean name, user ID, and all other data from local storage. And after that, window dot location dot reload. Window dot location dot reload. Done. Now let's come to this button right there. On click equal to call the logout button, logout function. On click equal to logout function. You can write the class also here. btn hyphen danger btn hyphen sn. Text right, I think that class is not there. We have to write content justify something left, right, center. Okay, check now. Your logout should work. Button should come in red color. it will display your name, and once you click on logout, it will redirect you to the login page again. It will redirect you to the login page again, and without login, it will not allow to come inside. Without will not allow to come inside.
Yes, sir. Working perfectly.
Welcome logout. Once I click on logout, it will redirect me to the again login page. Correct. You can register a new user. Suppose I'll register. I have registered already called Ravi @gmail.com. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let me go ahead. It should say welcome Ravi. Welcome Ravi. Log out again. I can register a new user again. After that, three, four, five, six. Contact number. Register. Register success. Go to the login. @gmail.com. 1 2 3 4 5 6. See, saying login success. Welcome. Hope login logout is happening for everyone. Now there is some gap from the top. This gap should not come here. This gap we have made a mistake under the index.html file in beginning. In index.html file, we have added empty something, empty over there. Look at here. PT1 we have added, right? PT and M4 we have added. Open that index.html file. In that we will modify it. PT2 is enough. PT2. Now PT padding top why we given, because we don't require any menu anywhere. We can write here empty. No, inside the body PT only is required. Okay, remove the PT empty everything from here. Component wise we can manage. PT empty all is removed from here. More focus on video compared to class. Okay. Here this is the video. This is one video I have already sent. This is the one. Okay, use it. This is also yesterday only. Download it. Okay, so hope everyone modified. Okay, here we are going to write another color. BG-primary. BG primary. Change this one to BG primary. Maybe in the login file and register file, some color combination we have to change. BG primary change. Background should be blue color. Okay, 1 2 3 4 all gone to your chat. Download whichever you want. And due to other your personal work, please don't leave in between. Till not download, be login. So keep a record. All the videos are sent.
So after register, you should go to login page directly.
That you can take care, no, inside. That is not higher priority work. Okay, so this is the page is blue color. Let's log out. Hope everyone have added under the index file. Which one? BG primary. So background will come full blue color. This is also looking blue only, right? This is also looking blue itself. So blue and blue become little difficult to manage. So blue color, the header we are given some different blue color. That color we can modify. Okay, we can change the class name. In which file? Login file you have. Login file you have. Inside the login file, you have here card header. Card header you have given which color? Something, correct? So you can change the color. Here, this should not match exactly. It should be different color. Light, BG light we can give. BG light. BG light. BG light. And in container, you can give BG light I given for home, card header. That you know you can modify. In container, I'll give MT5. So from top here only there should be gap. MT5. Same thing you can do in the login page also. MT5 I given. So in login page there will be some BG light and MT5. In the register page also do the same. MT5, MT5, and here I can change as a BG light. It is your color combination which you want to keep. You can keep. I wanted blue color background, so I modified that, and here I change okay. This white is also difficult. It should be different color. It is also difficult. Should be different color. So here what I have written BG white, text white I have written. Correct. I'll write here text something danger. Text danger here also, and the text danger in the login page also. BG light text danger. You can modify according to your color combination wish. BG text danger. So this will look like red color now. It's perfect. Here also this is perfect. In this, okay, some gap is happening from top. Okay, where is the more gap? Register has more gap. Let me see what I have written in register. In register, anything else is there? MTPT, anything? Oh, one paragraph is written here. But this paragraph should be in that also. In login page also there should be paragraph. Here also there is a paragraph. Okay, here H6 someone have written, yes. Before form. Here also before. Okay, sorry. Okay, now after that, those all of us perfect only. There is no changes in that. Don't worry, this is correct everything. So you can change the color combination. At the same place, it should appear in this way. Right? Now it is. Yesterday video I have sent in the chat. You can download it. 1 to 4 all video. Till now, whichever we have recorded, I have sent all the video in chat. Okay, now after this, if you click here, error message or this error message is coming like this, it should be highlighted color. Danger color we are given. Okay, let me change to the, because background color is different. I'll keep as a white. So please change your color combination of the page, how you want, red or green or blue. It's your wish. So background is different colors. I change into white color, the upper content. Look like this. And once I go here, just look like this. Okay, so next part is what? What you wrote? Login register page using functional component API through. This is also API only, no? Who is that? Fauziya, this is also API itself. That also functional component. How much you are expecting here? I develop entire project. This is your work, right? I did from my side. No more than this. This is the, I have mixed both functional component, class component. You should try your own, no, now. Okay, let's go ahead. ऐसे मैसेज किया हुआ आपकी फिर से लिखिए क्या फंक्शनल कंपोनेंट एपीआई के थ्रू awesome how to use the css in react you have a file here index.css go inside and write it this file you can write here css you can use it write the class under which file index.css and you can call here it will work. Okay, so let's come back, go to the login. Understood what I told? I told there is a file called index.css. Inside, write the CSS ID and class. You can use directly in your project. Here you can use anywhere. Okay, so let's log in now. SIYARAM@gmail.com. Password 123456. Okay, so it's came here. Now this has to be in the little right side, and in the left hand side, something else would come. Let's go ahead to which file? Dashboard.js file. I have many videos in the YouTube channel. I am creating next for routing using the functional component, routing using the fetch API using the functional component. The video will be there. You can watch from there. Yesterday I uploaded one video called Hash Router React.js. Their JSON server API that will be fully based on this one functional component. Using functional components, save the data, list the data, delete the data, edit the data from the JSON API that you can see from today. Routing is done. First step video is completed. 3 more video I will be uploading. Today I'll upload one, how to save and list from the JSON. Second will be called how to edit and delete from JSON. So you can keep on preparing. Okay, so let's go here. So this is the 7. Right, why not going? That is a question. It should go in the right side, no? Okay, so here text right has not gone. Okay, no problem. We can write here another class fa hyphen pull hyphen right. Fa pull right class you apply, it will go in the right side. Fa pull right, fa hyphen pull hyphen right, fa hyphen pull hyphen right. fa hyphen pull hyphen right. It should go to the right side. Not going. Pull hyphen right. Why not going? It should go float right. Call LG7, call LG5. Why it is a problem? Okay. So
We should give to button also, not the DI.
No, inside pull right, we are saying like float right.
No, you should give to button also.
Button, we want all the content.
For me it's working.
Button for button you are given.
Yes.
Okay, let me do like this. A division. Inside the division, I'll keep this all. There may be some other class. Okay, right after that. After that, write a class here. Call class name equal to btn hyphen group. Btn group division, not division. Create a button called dashboard. Here you can keep a I. Keep a I. Keep an I. Home icon should be there. FA home. This button you keep class name btn hyphen light. This also last one also danger we have given. Okay, danger we have given. Danger color. We can give warning better. btn group we wrote. Now let me see what is happening. Button should be in a group now. Then there should be some space from top. So in container you can write empty2. In container write empty2. So from top you will have some space. Empty2. Okay, so some space got applied from top. Right, some space got applied from top. Now this button are supposed to come in right side. So pull right button, why not working? Text hyphen right is removed. Oh, text hyphen end. Sorry. It should be text hyphen end. It's Bootstrap 5 has installed. So inside that we have a class called text end. Text start. Go. Not gone. I will apply for the 7. We want entire content should go in the right side, not only one button. All the content of this right side. Text hyphen end. Text hyphen end. Text and see. Text end gone to the right side. So keep under the class text end. And before welcome, keep another class. Before welcome, keep one more class. FA, HAND, SHA, handset. Before welcome handset.
Sir, if you give to text in CYLLG -7, whatever we write, it will go to right now.
Yes. Under the call LG7, all the content will start from right side. Okay. Text and everything start from right side.
Okay.
So in that, the last will be the logout button. Before that, dashboard. We will add some more button. It will come in between. Okay, so hope it done till here. If a handset you can add, it will come in the right side. If a handset, if you add, it will come in the Hope it's coming the right side. Okay, ready? So handshake symbol will come there. Oh, handshake is not coming. Why? Spelling is wrong.
So if for handshake minus O.
Minus O. This look like older version. Font awesome. Minus O or minus 0? Oh, minus O is here. Okay, now after that, in the left hand side, there should be something. Some name should be written. Let's go. Let's write a dummy name as of now. We can follow here H1 or maybe H2. You can write inside some name. We'll decide what we are going to add in this project. My React application. My React app you can write as of now. For this, you can write text hyphen white and text hyphen center, and here in a small tag you can write I tag open close, keep inside class name equal to fa hyphen sig signal. Keep here, keep growing. Okay, it will come in white color and it will signal symbol will come and it will say keep growing. Saying keep growing. Here we can give little more space from top. In the 7, you can write PT2 or maybe PT3, padding top 3. So the right side, the button will be little down and it will be in the same line. Here, PT3. More gap happen or it is okay. Keep growing. Let me put P2. P2. After that, P2 is okay. P2 is fine. Okay, so here we can give some name. After that, our content will come here. We will have one footer in the last, and same time we will have one container here, and all the content will keep on coming here only. Now we can link the dashboard. So let's go. and this button convert into link, and close the link and write here to link to / dashboard /dashboard. Okay, given dashboard, link to dashboard. If you click on that, it will be pointing to the dashboard URL. URL will be same dashboard, because this is going to be the nested routing. So here 2-3 more pages will add. And when we click on that dashboard /. If you do the logout, okay, logout, if it happen, then it will go to that login page. URL we can change. That is the next. Okay, so check till here. You are okay, happening everything. Then next. Next will not move. We will leave here. 10 o'clock already. I am sitting from 7:30 only to write that login page and other activity. So I will give you the URL of that. So what you should do within this 3-4 days, you have to set up another project, React, and create another folder of JSON API. And I will give you the URL of the video. Whenever you are free, play the first video now, complete the first section. That is called routing using the custom HTML, CSS, everything using functional component. Complete the routing part. Afternoon nearly, I will give another video that will be based on fetching the data from the JSON and listing, and again saving the data to JSON using the functional component based on use effect and use state. Those you complete. After that, the third video will be there. There you will see how to delete the data from JSON and how to edit the data from JSON. Third video. You will complete all 3 videos. Then in project, you will not face single person problem also. Okay, so those things, if you are doing, helpful. And then we can go ahead. Okay, I'll give a SRC folder. Whoever need, they can use it.
Sir, can you put something like chat option in our project if you can?
No. Chatting project is not too easy.
Okay, sir.
So whichever is possible thing, I'm trying best level from my side. Okay, everything cannot be done at one place, right? So you can say those things is possible that you are doing, that is impossible that you cannot do. To create a chatting application, you know what should be the capacity of the server to handle. Now suppose 30 people is login. Okay, 30 people is login. So in that 30 people, to handle the 30 users in a chatting application, you need a server in such a way that server will be very costly. It will not be too easy also. Too low cost. It will be very, very costly. Suppose one server, if will chatting meaning is what? On every 2 seconds, every 2 seconds, request will go to the server. Now suppose 30 users are logging. 30 users are logging now. So 30 users, for one user, in 1 second, one request will go to the server. So in 1 minute, how many it will go? 30 requests will go to the server for one user. Now 30 users are there. So 30 into 30, you calculate. 900, right? A server, to handle the 900 requests, you need a AWS. Okay. Or you need a dedicated server. Then only for every second, one user, it will handle a request. Okay.
Yes.
That is not possible. So for that, people have spent a lot of money and develop the project chatbot. I have created the chatting application integrated in InfoCampus, but in one day only, entire 1 month bandwidth got over. Okay, because on every 2 seconds, it will send a request to server backend. Okay, and backend will send the request to the admin. Admin will send the request to backend, and again backend will send the request to frontend. Now suppose 10 user came to the website, then what will happen? In 1 second, how many? 300 requests to whom? User to backend. And again, in the same 1 minute, 300 requests. Somewhere admin will be logging here. He only will reply no. So 300 admin to backend and 300 backend to admin. How many? 600, right? In one day itself, was dedicated server got stopped, saying like you need to get the AWS, then only you can implement. Once you start working, you will get to know what is the trouble in the chatting for a publication, for a server. Okay, it's a difficult work. Okay, let's go here. See, this is the video. Okay, I have created one. In this, only routing is implemented as of now. That is the first step. So what you can do, if you want, it is your wish only, I cannot force. So what you can do, you can play the video, and first step is to first you set up a React project setup, and then you can apply the routing. CSS I have written manually. CSS you can write and add 2-3 menus and get ready. Then in the second video, you will have to create a setup server of the local JSON, and then create a file, and then create a API and call under the React using the use effect, and then use state, functional component completely. Okay, that's all the hooks. Again, in the same video, you will have saving and listing using the hooks, use state. And the third video you will have called editing the data, deleting the data from the, again, JSON API using the hook. So within these 3-4 days, if you are having, not only play the video, okay, when you are free at the night time also, you play it and implement together. Okay, then it will be. I have increased the font size very big so that easily you can see in the mobile. Okay, and then see you the next week. We will decide. Okay, 2-3 idea I have in mind. I will see something that should better for you, and you can show anywhere in the company also, it will be helpful for you. People will feel, oh, you have done something. Okay, so this is the first video here. The React API using the JSON server, you can try. Okay? And then see you again. The next weekend you will have the project class, and then the 8 o'clock people can log in tomorrow, 8 o'clock only. Some topic is pending for you. We will finish it.